All right, let's talk about one of the simplest but most powerful tools in a teacher's toolkit, the exit ticket. It's all about getting real-time feedback that can literally change how you teach your very next class. So let's jump right in. We have all been there, right? You've just poured your heart into what you thought was an amazing lesson. You ask, any questions? And you get a couple of head nods, and then just crickets. You're left standing there with that little nagging voice in your head wondering, what actually stuck? Well, this is where the exit ticket comes in. Think of it as your super secret weapon. It's just a super quick, low-stakes check-in right at the end of class. It's designed to answer that one big question. Did they catch what I taught? It's your direct pipeline into what your students are thinking before they even walk out the door.
And you know, the best part is, this is not some big, complicated thing. The whole routine really just boils down to 3 simple steps you can remember and start using, like tomorrow. Create, collect, and clarify. Let's break down what each of those actually looks like.
Okay, first up, create. And listen, this can be as fancy or as simple as you want. You could have a little pre-printed 2-question quiz all ready to go, or you could literally just write one single question on the board and have students answer on a scrap of paper. The only goal here is to decide on the number one thing you need to know they learned from that day's lesson. That's it.
Then we have step 2, collect. This part just slides right into your end-of-class routine so smoothly. You just give students a time limit. We're talking maybe the last 3 to 5 minutes of class to fill out their ticket. And then, as they're packing up, they just hand it to you on their way out. You can stand by the door, have a special basket, whatever works.
And this has such a huge impact on your classroom culture. Just listen to what teacher Abby Randall says about it. Students actually start to like the routine. It sets this clear, simple expectation that, yeah, they're accountable for their learning every day, and it makes that accountability feel totally normal and stress-free.
So now you've got this stack of little papers, and this is where the magic happens. I mean, collecting the info is great, but turning that feedback into an actual concrete plan for tomorrow, that is the real payoff. Let's look at how to make all that feedback actionable. Here is the most important part. Don't just read through the pile and get a vague feeling for how it went. No, the real pro move is to physically sort them into piles. This one simple action turns what feels like a random mess of feedback into a crystal clear roadmap for your very next lesson. And this right here shows you just how practical that sorting is. You basically make 3 piles. The I felt confident pile? Awesome. Those students mastered it and they're ready for an extension activity. The I felt okay pile tells you they've got a partial grasp. Perfect candidates for a small guided group. And that I felt unsure pile? Well, that's your red flag. This is the group that has a core misconception and you know you need to reteach them first thing tomorrow. That whole sorting process we just talked about, that is the clarify step. As you can see here in the source material, this is the crucial bridge that connects today's lesson to tomorrow's. It's what lets you be so responsive and targeted with your teaching. It's a total game changer.
So let's just recap why this works so well. In just those last 5 minutes of class, you're doing so much. You're instantly checking for understanding, you're getting the data you need to form guided groups, you're planning awesome extensions for the kids who are ready, you're even finding great questions to kick off the next day's lesson. It is maximum impact for minimum effort.
Now, the classic written ticket is fantastic, but it's not the only way to play the game. The whole concept is super flexible. So let's look at a couple of other really powerful variations you can try. So you've got your standard written ticket. It's great because it creates a paper trail you can look back on. But what about a verbal ticket? For this, you stand at the door, and as each student leaves, they have to tell you one different thing they learned. It's an amazing, zero-prep way to do a quick check-in, and it forces students to listen to each other's answers. And here's another really simple one, the traffic light system. At the end of an activity, students just put a little sticker on their work. Green means I felt confident, amber means I felt okay, and red means I felt unsure. Bam! You get an immediate visual snapshot of the whole class's confidence level without collecting a single sheet of paper. And that's really it. That's the power of the exit ticket. It's a tiny routine with a huge impact. So it really all comes down to this one question. What's the one key thing you need to know from your students tomorrow? Because whatever that is, an exit ticket can help you find the answer.